myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen, oh the irony. To hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't never say never. And turn your mind into the truest of go-getters.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Take.
Oh.
How are you today?
Doing okay. Yeah, feeling a little nauseous today. I don't know. I've been taking a lot of this oral gel stuff. I have a toothache, and I discovered this oral gel. I don't even know why anyone would go to the dentist if this stuff's out on the market. All you do is put it on your tooth, and it's immediate relief. But I think I swallowed it, a lot of it. So maybe that's why I'm not feeling so good today. Other than that, we're good.
Why is everyone sending you prayers, Take Out? Are you all right? Well,
Because he's driving.
Oh yeah, maybe because he's driving. I don't know. I don't know what the timeout thing is y'all are asking for. I have never seen that. Good morning, Willow. Yeah, I would definitely lay off the juice. The tooth juice.
Yeah, I gotta bite the bullet, I have to go to the dentist and it probably cost me like $8,000 worth of damage. But it is what it is. Mouth pain is the worst.
Yeah. So
it is what it is. But
I know.
Yeah, I can't go too much longer like this. So yeah, they're nice enough to do a payment plan though. It's like 90 days, same as cash, and then what you don't pay, there's interest like 45%. So I'll do a payment plan.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he was in that area of the tornadoes. Takeout was.
Oh, what's he doing driving then?
I guess I don't know, but is your house okay? Takeout? I don't know what that is, mate. I'm sorry. I've never seen that before. Have you ever seen anything on YouTube that says something about a quota?
What kind of quota?
I don't know. Mate and Sammy got messages about a quota. I don't know what that means.
I don't get those types of messages. All I get is the reminders to not bully people.
Oh.
Which is really just yelling at scammers, so they deserve a lot worse than what I can do. But that's, it is what it is.
Well,
but nothing about quota.
Let us know, Takeout, if there's anything here, anything that you need help with. Of course, we're here for you. I'm really sorry I didn't put two and two together because I saw that there were some tornadoes in your way, but I didn't put it together, because I don't know exactly where you're located, so, I could see your messages made. Well, we're really sorry about that. Let us know if there's anything that you need. We can definitely help you.
Yeah, but Betty, I just carry around whiteout. So cigarettes don't do anything to my teeth.
Yeah. Well, what else is going on? I got into a pretty good bait yesterday. Morning, BB. Because I actually got a scam email and I was excited. It was Norton. But then I didn't get to finish it because I had to go to work. So I just left him hanging. Hopefully we can call him back today. Did you do any baiting yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't record a lot though. I just went extra nuts. So I usually don't record the ones where I'm extra mean and rageful. Mm-hmm. So I recorded a few of them. I probably talked to them for about 4 hours off and on, but I only recorded maybe 5 or 6 of the calls, and they weren't that good. A couple of them I put in today's video. But I mean, they were good. They just weren't very funny. But yeah, I just was very angry at them yesterday. I got some scumbags. I mean, and it would have been funny to record some of the things they were saying, but it's just the way it worked. I didn't record them. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. So yeah, there were some interesting calls, with the typical racist, I'll F your mother, F your sister. They don't want to hear the truth. The minute you start trying to talk reasonable, they talk over you and yell at you. It was just that kind of annoying day.
Yeah.
But I did meet 1 or 2 that tried to have a conversation for the most part. And I had a Rundy say, I'll call you back and abuse you in Japanese. I said, that's interesting. Call me back. But she didn't.
Oh my God. Morning, Britt. Morning, Care Bear. Yeah, hopefully we can call him back today, my guy, and he'll answer. Or if you have any guys from yesterday that we can call back.
What's funny? Last time I was talking about, everyone gets those Medicare calls from spoof numbers. And I started raging at one of the scammers and the Medicare scammer. Normally they just hang up. This guy actually called me back with his friends to keep yelling at me. And was fascinated that I knew a little Hindi. And then he hung up. And then when we were doing our show, I forgot who we were talking to last time. But they called during our show. The scammer called me again. So I don't know what this guy wants, but he just keeps calling me.
Wow. Like me, I just keep calling you.
Well, you never call. You're too busy.
Well, that sounds great. The only problem is you do all these good things, then you don't record them.
I need a better system too because, I'm still using the old school, putting two phones together. One of the phones records, but that's a phone number I need to call them, so I can't record when I'm on that phone. And usually that's when the better calls happen. It's just the way it works. I'm like, why couldn't you just answer the phone like that 2 seconds ago? It's like it's just all the perfect calls always come when I'm on the phone that I can't record.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely sucks.
Because I love when you call them and they answer the phone with an obscenity. That's my favorite thing. Like, soon as they pick up the phone, we're not, thank you for calling the Geek Squad. It's always, F your mother. As soon as they pick up the phone, like, they're that mad. That's what I love.
Yeah. Well, thank you to all the members. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And hi to all the mods. Welcome, everybody.
6 inches, Chester.
I was just telling Take while we were in the green room how it sucks to have to go to work every day. But
you know what? I don't miss those days, but I do miss the money that you make. So it's like a catch-22. Yeah. It's like, have a good life, don't make money. Go to work and you miss out on everything, but you got money. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it is like somewhat of a relief knowing every 2 weeks I'll get paid, but it sucks as far as other stuff I want to do, like baiting and stuff. So, but I'm doing the best I can. I do have a video premiere tomorrow. I didn't fully edit it. I was just like, screw it, I'm not gonna edit this whole video. But I put an intro on it and I put a outro on it. But it's a bait I did where throughout the course of the bait my scammer dies.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the little thumbnail pop up. Baiting a dead scammer or something. Yeah. So makes sense. So that's one less scammer we got to worry about. Nice job.
You're welcome. So I'll post that link if y'all can go over and if you're free, hit the remind me so that you guys can catch me in the morning. Wait, is that it?
What time is it?
I put it at 9 tomorrow. You think that's a good time? Seemed like a good time. Like, not too early, but before people start streaming.
So it's 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll all be there.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But anyway, so yeah. So I'm going to try to premiere a video tomorrow. But again, I didn't do much editing to it. It's just like, I just stuck an intro on it, and I, morning Susan, morning Faker, and then I stuck an outro on it. But still, it's all good. I mean, I cut some of the long pauses out and stuff like that, but it's still not super edited, so. But anyway, at least I got something to put up there, because I haven't posted in so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm currently working on, good morning, Phobo calls. I'm currently working on my literature review for my final research project for my degree, and it has to be between 50 and 65 pages. So that
sounds fun.
Yeah, so I'm trying to write on that. And
literature? Like
the literature review part of my research. Where I have to like basically I'm writing about, it's basically like an intro to my research.
Right. So it's like medical type stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like literature, like when I went to college I studied literature because I couldn't do anything else. So like I had to write a paper on Charles Dickens or, one of the other big writers, but yours is very streamlined, analytical, right? It's like medical data type stuff.
It's
What up,
just
Pony?
it's just scientific. It's just like I'm talking about the problem based on other research, basically.
It sounds very interesting.
It's not. It's not interesting at all. It sucks. So I'm trying to do that because it has to be 50 to 65 pages. Pages I have to write. Basically a book. And so, yeah, life is very...
So a lot of double spaces and the sentences. And
yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I make
What
all
up, Beanie?
my sentences 4 words so I can just put that space after it. So, but anyway, Chester will be streaming later on your channel, Chester. Sorry. Oh, Chester's going to be streaming on his channel later. That's exciting news.
so live streaming.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to him. He'll be with us in a couple minutes. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I have to remember to stick to the schedule because I have a Zoom meeting scheduled with that lawyer at 9. So, but before we bring out Chester for the news, I do want to say congrats to Scammer Payback. He's hit 5 million yesterday. So, congrats.
Just hit 4 million last time. Well, he got like 1 million in a month.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm happy I got 2 in a week.
I know, me too.
I'm like, I wake up every day. I'm like, well, first I say, do I still have a channel? And then I'm like, okay, how many did I lose? And then if I gain, I'm like, okay, it'll be a good day. But 1 million, man, he's growing fast.
He is growing fast, so.
Good for him.
Yeah, congrats to him. So we're happy for you. All right, well, let us have some news with Chester Drawers.
City, how are you?
And you'll be back on form. What you need is, as you said earlier on, maybe you need to get some advice from a healthcare scammer.
Problem is, it always concerns my mom or my sister, and it grosses me out.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I don't know if they're the best people to ask.
Chester, we didn't hear you because you were muted. So whatever you were saying, you'll have to start over. You have to wait till I unmute you because we can't hear you. What did you say?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the show. So I muted Chester in Discord, but Tay could still hear him, but we couldn't hear him. I told them both we couldn't hear him, but I guess they were still talking anyway.
So they heard my one-sided conversation?
Yes. I told you we wouldn't be able to hear y'all till we unmuted.
Well, Chester was telling me to ask the Medicare scammer for advice, and that's why I said the answer that I said. So now we're all caught up.
Cool beans. Well,
and that's the end of that conversation.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Chester. We're excited about your stream. What time will it be?
I'm still working out the technical details. It'll either be a premiere if I can't figure it out, or it would be a stream. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm keeping it safe for the moment. Is doing I think you call them reaction videos, where basically I will be playing one of my videos, but I will be live talking about it and interjecting, and it's a different scam video. It's a bit of a surprise, not from the scam itself, but just who is doing it. Something which I know Take will find it difficult to understand because he thinks we all speak Australian.
No, that was a week ago. I've schooled myself. I know the difference now.
So yeah, if I can sort the technical stuff out, I will be going live and just going through and explaining this particular scam. It's more of a test, so if it all works well, I'm hoping to do a lot more.
Oh, cool.
So it's a reaction video. So you're going to be commenting on one of your videos?
Yes, it's from a call that I did. When was it? Friday.
Oh, that's interesting. And then you need to get together with that guy. You know that guy, the laughing guy? He always watches those videos like somebody's like there's like a cat walking and he's sneaking up on a dog and he goes, no, 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 no. That laughing guy?
Yeah.
That would be good. You with Chester and the laughing guy. So hopefully this is the beginning of something that you'll continue to do.
Yeah, I blame Behind the Bars and
of course, blame her for everything.
Yeah, and Dangly Balls because they're the ones that told me to.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not that brave normally. But
Poor
yeah,
me.
that's for later on. But people, so watch out for notifications on my channel and tell you what's happening. Dangly Balls is going to be doing a different sort of video this evening, 7 p.m. local time, which is 2 p.m. your time, I believe. Take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to just be doing a show and tell on OBS. So those of you that are particularly interested in putting content out, that's the video to watch.
Cool. That's
Awesome. And
Sorry.
everybody, make sure you say happy birthday to West Haven. She did a birthday stream, I think, 2 days ago, and there was something out that it was her birthday. So,
happy birthday,
happy birthday, West Haven.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Is it for Hamster's birthday or is it West Haven's?
That's a good question. No idea what you mean by that, but it's a good question.
Oh, never mind. Maybe I'm losing the plot a bit. But I guess you want to hear the news.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I came across this article, and following on from where I was talking about Indian scammers and what's in the Indian Times and all the sort of things in relation to that and their sort of laws and things, I came across this article about funny laws that still exist. So, did you know you're not allowed to serve alcoholic drinks to mooses in Fairbanks, Alaska?
Why?
I don't know if anyone else knew that.
But there you go. It's illegal to serve alcohol to moose in Fairbanks, as they can become very aggressive if they drink too much alcohol or fermented fruits. And that all stemmed from a 2007 incident where a moose, who was named by the locals as Buzzwinkle, went on a drunken rampage after drinking a local brewery's supply. He became tangled up in Christmas lights and in a drunken stupor. So the good folk at Fairbanks, Alaska, introduced this local law. So
they're cutting off the moose.
Yep.
Yeah.
And moving to Switzerland, flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. is illegal in Switzerland. Apparently, if it's legal to flush the toilets after 10 in apartment buildings, as the government consider it noise pollution.
Well, what if you have to go?
That's what I mean. Is that one of those rules that was put into effect like way back when and it was never taken off? I mean, can people nowadays flush the toilets after 10 o'clock, or is it really a serious thing?
I'm not sure whether it's serious. We'll have to ask your lawyer what the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony sort of crime. So maybe they have the same sort of things. Maybe it's just a local.
15 years. Yeah, 15 years with no visits.
Yep.
Oh
and no flushing.
All right.
Yep.
Not going there then, because what happens if you wake up in the middle of the night and you got to pee?
Well, you can, but you can't flush.
Oh my god.
That's disgusting. No, I'd be breaking the law every night.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was in South Africa a few years back when they had a drought in Cape Town, and their reservoirs were so low that they were talking about. Well, in fact, I think that they did start rationing water, and they had TV adverts along the lines: if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, let it drown.
Yeah.
God.
I know,
But-
I've heard that before.
When you flush the toilet, more water comes back up.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're wasting water by flushing the toilet.
Anyway, I think we can keep on going on that one. There's a lot of stuff going on.
All right. Hopefully, we'll get somebody from Sweden that can really dive into this amazing, fascinating subject.
Yeah. Moving close to home, Scotland, according to the Licensing Act of 1872, it's an offence in Scotland to drunkenly be in charge of a cow or a horse. And if one is found guilty, you could be jailed for up to 51 weeks. So if you have a cow or a horse and you're drunk in Scotland, get yourself a designated driver.
Okay, will do.
Good to know.
Yeah. Morning, Cat.
Morning, Cat.
This one's closer to home to you guys. In Florida, apparently, it's illegal to pass wind in public places after 6 p.m. as you'd be deemed to consider a public nuisance.
I'm all for that. I agree with that. Good for them.
I'm not quite sure how you would enforce that, though.
They should make it 24/7.
It's illegal to build sandcastles on some beaches in Spain. That's for children and adults alike. It started off in 2016 when Benidorm on the coast, their good folk decided to ban sandcastles from Levante Beach with a fine up to 150 euros. So if you want to build sandcastles, Benidorm and this particular beach, Levante, is not a good place.
You know, sandcastles. When I grew up, I used to go to the Jersey Shore every summer. My parents used to bring me, and the sandcastles were a huge thing. People would make these elaborate sandcastles on the beach, and they're beautiful. But a lot of people don't know how to make sandcastles, and they should be banned from doing it. It's disgusting, and I feel bad. You know, they're trying, but when you see somebody who's got like this magnificent castle, and they spent like all day making the sandcastle, you don't need a bunch of condemned housing projects around it. So really, sandcastles are not for everyone.
Yeah, I think it's more not the aesthetic issue. I think it was more the cratered landscape that it created, and people were injured.
Well, they need to have a more politically correct way to tell the kids, you really don't know what you're doing. Come back when you get some sandcastle skills. They're just trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Avalon, Liz. Avalon, New Jersey.
Well, I saw the program, but I'm guessing that's not the same Jersey Shores that you're talking about.
Well, there was the really fun Jersey Shores, like Seaside Heights, and some of the more north parts of the Jersey Shore. But my parents we were more conservative, so Avalon, and they do have Wildwood. I'm sure everyone's heard of Wildwood, but Avalon, Stone Harbor, it's a little bit more reserved. Beautiful place though. New Jersey gets a bad rap, but the Jersey Shore, South Jersey, is beautiful. But anyway, enough geography for today. What else you got?
Dog owners must walk their dogs at least 3 times a day in Turin, Italy. Dog owners in Turin will be fined up to €500 if they don't walk their dogs at least 3 times a day under a law passed by the city council. Italians can already be fined up to €10,000 and spend a year in prison if found guilty of torturing or abandoning their pets. So I guess that's a continuation of that.
So they abandon their pet and they get fined.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but you got to
Get life in prison.
Yep, you've got to walk your dogs at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, you get a pet, that's like having a child. That's your responsibility. Unless you have to find it a home or something. You don't just abandon it. People suck when they do that.
Yeah.
They deserve life, if not the chair.
This is an interesting one. In La Paz, Bolivia, the law there makes it illegal for restaurants or bars to serve married women more than 1 glass of wine. The law is reportedly to prevent women from getting morally and sexually lax and flirting with other men while under the influence of alcohol. The law doesn't apply, however, to married men.
Wow. That's pretty double standardish, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
But,
What
I mean,
else?
everybody's more attractive. The more alcohol you have in you, the better people look. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, they just should make it equal, though. They should make equal alcohol discrimination.
Yep. On Sundays in Norway, which is obviously a day of rest, but it's the law. You're not allowed to carry out any activity that makes a lot of noise, and that includes mowing your lawn. So if you live in Norway, don't cut the lawn on a Sunday.
Thank goodness. They should make laws where people cannot run lawnmowers and whippersnippers or weed whackers like before 12 o'clock on any day. I just hate being awakened to this lawnmower sound. It's annoying. So I'm all for that rule. I just wish they would make it 6 more days.
Okay. This one is for Dill. I know he's in chat, and also B is chicken related. If you own chickens in Quitman, as Quitman, which is a city in Georgia, it's illegal to let them cross the road. So we'll never know why they cross the road. They're
trying to mess with with the joke.
Yep. The law
Good for them.
The owners must have their chickens under control at all times.
Yep. No getting to the other side for that chicken. Chickens are smart, though. I've been learning about chickens lately. Chickens are pretty smart.
They are. That's why I mentioned Dill, who's starting a new video series. We had Octavia and feeding critters to Octavia. He's now started a new video where he's feeding people to chickens. I don't know if you've seen that. No,
I'm going to check it out. The videos are always very entertaining.
Yep. So please, this is a plug for Dill. Go over and look at his new feeding people to animals video.
Yeah.
At least that's how I take it.
Okay.
And if you want to learn if you have like a wasp problem, I always direct people to his channel. He knows how to handle pest control.
Yeah, and he knows how to sort out the mail issue by blowing up the mailbox.
Right. No more bills. Just blow it up.
Yep.
What else you got?
That's it for today. Keeping it short because I want to speak and get some legal advice.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, if y'all don't realize it, all of the news is related to the fact that we do have a lawyer on with us today. So it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say. He's a corporate lawyer that also specializes in privacy, so we can ask him all kinds of questions about the law and are we breaking the law by scam baiting.
Yeah, very
Well,
good.
you go ahead and ask that question, and I'll tune out. And if he gives us the answer we don't want to hear, I wasn't here.
Okay.
Sometimes
awesome.
it's better to not know and ask for forgiveness later.
True.
But so we got like 5 minutes before. I think my video is like 10 minutes long. But you got any dad jokes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't prepared for that because
I mean, yeah, everyone's always here for your dad jokes. What up, David?
okay, right. Hang on, I'm just going to the bumper book of dad jokes.
You look at the chat. I mean, after you're done with dad jokes, the chat will go down by 30. People are here for your dad jokes. Nothing else.
Okay, bumper. Right, hang on a moment. Where
Just
is
give us 5 of your best.
Okay. One moment, please, caller.
Oh man. Whoa.
Oh, you got animals there?
Yeah. What was that?
It's like a drunk moose. You got a drunk moose.
Loose about this goose. I was just looking out the window. We're having our neighbour is doing some major renovation works.
All right. Blame the neighbor.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just there's a huge crane has just appeared in our next door garden. So I'm just wondering what the hell they're going to be doing. Right. What's Forrest Gump's email password?
He doesn't know.
Run, Forrest, run.
No, one Forrest, one. What does a nosy pepper do?
Nosy pepper. I don't know.
Pepper sneezes.
It gets jalapeno business. This is a police joke. If a child refuses to nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
I get it.
Okay, my last one.
That was a good one.
All right. This will probably kill everyone off. Why do dads feel the need to tell such bad jokes?
Because they have nothing else to do.
Yeah, what is that? No, they just want to help you become a grown up.
But I'm ching.
There you go. Is that all right?
Was I muted when I said 5 of your best?
Okay, no, well, mediocre then.
Let's do one more.
What do you call 2 octopuses that look the same?
Twins.
Well, there's that, but identical?
There we go. Good encore.
Yep, but I'm ching.
What does a house wear?
A house coat.
No, a dress.
I get it.
Okay. What's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint.
How could you not know that?
What do you call an unpredictable camera?
A piece of crap.
Polaroid.
Or a loose cannon? What do sprinters eat before a race?
Pasta.
No, nothing. They fast.
Nothing they fast. All right. Making a comeback.
What did one Dorito farmer say to the other?
Dorito farmer?
Yep.
Hi.
No. Cool ranch.
What?
He said, what?
Cool ranch.
Oh, Cool Ranch. Cool. Yeah, okay.
The accent. I told you my Australian is really bad today.
I thought it would have been something like, oh my God, you're doing this too? I thought I was the only one that had a Dorito farm.
I think I said this one. Maybe I read it in a Christmas cracker. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Because it only has 2 wheels and no kickstand.
Too tired.
Yep, you have heard it. That's the one. It was too tired. This one is for you. I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed.
I like it.
This one's for you. Last one for you, CJ.
Okay.
I told my girlfriend she drew on her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, don't tell women how to wear their eyebrows.
Well, fun guy, and I think it was Pecan Head shaved off their eyebrows.
Yeah, Fun Guy had no eyebrows for a while. I remember that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Why?
And
I have no idea. I don't ask those questions. I just leave after watching the festivities.
Yeah, we all do. On the ground, we discriminate.
I'm never the same.
And last one. I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs.
That
But
is good.
Yeah, but I'm ching.
All right. Thank you so much.
Right. Well, yeah.
Is it a take break?
Yeah, let's take our take break, and then we will be back shortly after that with the lawyer. The lawyer. His name is Daniel. Daniel the
And the
lawyer.
subtitles are off in this one by like 3 seconds, so I don't know why, but they're there.
All right. We'll be right back. Make sure you go sub to Take while we're watching this, if you're not already. Hopefully you are. Okay.
And that was for news and dad jokes.
Yep.
Awesome job, Chester.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you for connecting cancellation department. How may I help you?
Yeah, something happened. I called about 100 times earlier, and then you guys changed the number, but it's me again. I found you. You're in luck. It's me again. Go ahead, please. That's the end of that conversation.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is this Norton?
Yes, not on LifeLock.
Now, how would I know that? You picked up the phone and said hello. You sound ridiculous, Gandu. Keep doing that, please. All right, Fermilinge, good talk. You want to talk?
No.
Why are you so frustrated?
Because you're not letting us work.
I mean, you mean I'm not letting you hurt innocent people? Is that what you're trying to do?
Sir, this is a wedding company.
Let me school you for a minute, Gandu. You need to get an English dictionary, and you will not see the definition of work as hurting innocent people. So I don't know what you're saying, that I'm not letting you work. Yeah, now go ahead, please. Jawab do.
Hello?
Hey, it's me again. You want me to call you back 1,000 times, right? I don't know what we're up to today. It's over 100, though. Go ahead, please.
Don't you say goodbye?
Sir, we are in New York right now.
Oh, no. What company is this? Are you PayPal?
It's a PayPal. Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, I was calling you. Can you help me?
Yes, it is, sir. I will...
Oh, you're right?
I will definitely... Mm-hmm.
You
Tell
got,
me?
yeah, you got the hiccups, I think. You need some pani. What do you say, water? Yeah, you need some water. Take some water, Gandu.
For what?
For your hiccups. You got the hiccups. I hope you get the hiccups for a year, actually. Wow, karma's a bitch.
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Listen to me for a while, sir.
Yeah,
Hello?
absolutely. Go ahead, please.
Have you ever been to the school?
Kya kaha?
Have you ever been to school?
No. I was raised on the streets of Sector 5. You know, I had to work hard, otherwise I would have been a scammer like you.
Really?
You obviously didn't go to school, and if you did, it's very sad that you're wasting your life hurting people. I know times are tough, Gandu, but that doesn't mean you're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening, though.
Do one thing.
You're so mad. You're so frustrated. Do one thing.
And learn some manners.
Right, some manners. And what about you? What about you?
Motherfucker, I will fuck you, mama.
No, you won't.
Hang up the call, you son of a bitch.
You called me. You called me.
You motherfucker. Just hang up the call.
You're so mad. This is great.
You motherfucker.
You're so angry. Why are you so angry? That was funny.
Everybody knows what we are doing, okay? Don't call us, you fucker.
I'm going to keep calling you. I'll keep calling you, okay? It's me again.
Thank you for calling Amazon Support. You're speaking with Ronnie. How may I help you today?
Oh, thank you so much, Ronnie. Listen, I really don't know what's going on. I've called several times. Somebody said they were on their way. I'm still on the bench. Somebody's drunk father is rolling around on the concrete, just being a jackass. He's groping people. He's wearing a sailor's hat. I really could use the help. Can you help me?
Slowly so that I can help you because I didn't understand what you were talking about.
Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry. There's somebody that works in your office there. I don't know his name. I think he goes by the name of Frank. That's not his real name though. His drunk father is in New York right now. I'm on the bench trying to do some work, minding my own business. This guy is drunk. He's a lunatic. He's rolling around and then he gets up and he gropes people. I can't have this when I'm working. Can you please come scoop up this guy's father? Is that slow enough? Hello?
I really do apologize. I won't be able to help you in this case. That's not the Amazon concern.
Well, that's not Amazon's concern, but you're not the real Amazon, so why can't you get over here and help me, Gandu? I don't understand the problem here. Besides you being a piece of shit and you scam people and being a loser and you have to pretend to work at Amazon because you don't want to get a real job. Something I said? Maybe.
One thing, sir. Do one thing, sir. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, do one thing, sir. Do you have a Google Chrome browser?
I'm sorry? Is this McAfee?
No. Do you have a Google Chrome?
I have Google Chrome, but you answered the phone asking me if I have Google Chrome. I'm looking for McAfee.
No. Do you know how to delete the McAfee?
Listen to me, Hash Brown. You don't pick up the phone asking people if they have Google Chrome. Is this McAfee or not?
Not McAfee, not opinion McAfee.
Oh, you are so stupid, Bevakoof. I am so sorry. I'm going to be calling you all day long. Listen to my voice. Learn my voice. Live it. Don't you say goodbye?
Yeah, thank you for calling McAfee.
Are you being McAfee right now?
Yes, I'm being McAfee.
Okay, I'm just calling to let you know how stupid you are. You have to be one of the stupidest people I've talked to today. You are very stupid. Very stupid, Gandu. Yeah, go ahead, please. Javab Do.
Do you know I'm a stupid person, so why did you call me?
I'm calling you to talk to you because I need to talk to somebody who's very stupid right now and waste your time so you don't do something even more stupid. Don't you say goodbye? Hello?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, it's me again, fucker. What are you doing? I thought you would have stopped this by now. It's me again. Tamara Asinam Kyahe. You never gave me your name before.
Just remember, we'll get the real people. We'll get the real people today, and we'll say.
Kya kaha? Kya up in greasy bolte hai, Kripia? I'm not understanding you. Hello? I'll call you back. Oh, you better believe it.
Thank you for calling support. This is Roy. How can I help you?
Oh, is this eBay?
Yes, sir. This is eBay. How can I help you today?
Oh, how you doing there, Toothache? Can you help me with a problem?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. You know about eBay, right? Like, you're not one of those scammer guys, right? Like, you know everything about eBay. I can ask you questions and you'll be able to answer them 1, 2, 3, right? Come on, Toothache. Can you help me?
If you want any kind of help, you can ask me. And if you don't want any kind of help, then, sir, hang up the call.
You got a lot of bad karma coming to you. Do you want to talk about karma? Do you ever feel stupid pretending to be an eBay employee? Come on, talk to me.
Shut up.
Javab Do, Chuthia. That's the end of that conversation.
Thank you for calling support. This is Roy. How can I help you?
It's me again, Toothache. How stupid are you? Why would you pick up the phone again, Chuthia? Go ahead, please. Talk to me. Tumhara asli naam kya hai? What's so funny?
Why are you asking my name?
I just want to know who I'm talking
I'm
to.
not gonna tell you.
I just want to know who I'm talking to, Gandu.
You know,
You're not going to tell me, are you?
who is teaching you? Who is teaching you?
Oh, you guys are. Yeah, up kaise hai.
Oh. We are teaching you. No, we are not teaching.
I learn a lot from you guys. Yeah, bohat don't you vad.
You are from those scambaiters, right?
Where's that? No, New York. Main New York se hoon. Where's scambaiters? Where do they live?
I do know you guys do YouTube videos and something, right?
So you think those people that mess with the scammers all day long are the only ones that can learn Hindi? Oh, Bevakoof, I'm kind of offended. Yeah.
Only those people can waste their time on us.
Yeah, but maybe they waste your time because they don't want you hurting innocent people. You have to understand that. But I just want to learn Hindi. Can you teach me some Hindi?
I don't know Hindi. I can only know English.
How come you understood me, though, when I said, Tumhara asli naam kya hai? You knew what I was asking you. You're not a very good liar, Bevakoof.
Okay.
So, where do you live? Sector 5? Aap kahan se hai? What's so funny?
Sector?
What's so funny?
Everything is funny. Your voice.
My voice is funny?
Yes.
Oh, mujhe maaf karo. I can't help you there.
Okay.
Now, how much longer will you do this? How much longer will you hurt people?
I'm not hurting anybody.
How could you say that? Anybody who sits there and pretends to be an eBay employee and takes people's money is hurting them. Don't you understand that?
Did I ask?
No, you didn't ask me.
Did I ask you?
No, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Do not go that route. That's what all the scammers do. Let's have a conversation. I'm not talking about me. You know who I am.
Okay.
Other people that call.
Okay.
You're saying you don't hurt anybody. You don't take anybody's money. Every time they call, you say this is a scam. Hang up. I don't think so, Gandu.
Mm-hmm.
You're hurting people. You know that. That's it? That's the end of the conversation? All right. I'll call you right back. Hello?
Namaskar, you motherfuckers. हमसे हमारी माँ चुद रहे चुते हैं.
You okay? You doing all right? You sound very upset today.
It's me again.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Hello?
It's gone all quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where CJ is. Can people hear us?
New Moon has just said there's no audio. Well, I guess we're going to have to fill in.
Yeah, but can people hear us?
I don't know.
They're saying no audio. But, okay, yeah, and thank you so much for all the kind words. I can't chat too much today, but I was watching chat a little bit, so thank you so much for the kind words on that video.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
I hear you.
Okay. I was like, guys, why aren't you talking to me? Okay. I'm good now. All right. Anyway, I said take that I believe the scammer that he tells everyone that he's that it's a scam and he hangs up on him. I totally believe that.
You're right. Just like I believe the guy when he answers Norton LifeLock and then a minute later says, "Sir, this is wedding company." Right. I believe them all. Right. They all tell the truth.
Yeah, I think so. All right. I'm going to start the Zoom. Hopefully our guest comes because last time we had that. Oh, yeah, he's here. See, look at this. He's here and ready.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good, thanks. Can you hear my co-hosts? Take.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. So sorry about canceling on you before.
No, not a problem.
Really appreciate you rescheduling.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for reaching out to me and having me.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm an attorney. I've been practicing 27 years. I'm in Chicago. Practice corporate and transactional law and a fair amount of privacy and cyber. And
awesome.
Deal with a lot of the muck that comes in from various hackers and scam artists.
Awesome. That's great. So, are a lot of these lawsuits going on American to American, or any of them like involve foreign people?
A lot of times, the bad actors are foreign, as you probably know, but a lot of them are American to American. There's a lot of one thing that happens a lot, like in the Northern District of Illinois, where I'm at in Chicago, there's a lot of suits against merchants on Amazon or eBay that are selling counterfeit products.
Right.
But I think with Amazon, especially, they're cutting back more and more on those bad actors. Asking for trademark registrations and things for sales. So.
So.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say. So these companies are trying to get these scammers shut down because a lot of times we feel like they don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's big enough, and I think there are efforts. I think the challenge, is you guys probably know better than me, is finding these bad actors, right? Tracing them down and being able to, the long arm of the law, or to be able to do things that actually, actually can put an end to these guys.
Right. And that's awesome. So when they do these lawsuits, do they sue the scammers directly?
If they can find them, they do. Yep.
Ah, wow, that's pretty.
And
cool.
I can tell you some stories of we recently had a client did something pretty slick. They registered as a .co instead of .com, and then mimicked one of the people that sent out invoices and things to the clients, and we were successful in getting the URL shut down and working on that to kind of help them out. But the challenge, I think, for all this stuff is it seems like, I don't know what the total number of scams are out there, but it sure seems to me like the volume and dollars is it's a pretty significant industry if it was an industry, right?
Right. That's for damn sure. I just there was just a few weeks ago that there was a woman getting scammed by Microsoft, and they were trying to get like $200,000 from her.
It was some bad actors pretending to be Microsoft.
Yeah.
International though. That's like all the international scams that when we call and we waste their time and we do what they call scam baiting, and we'll ask you questions about that later. But my understanding is you can. It's a lot easier for you to get something shut down and go after people if it's in America, right? Like
absolutely.
It's very
otherwise
tough.
you've got to involve international.
International's tough, right?
What's that?
International's tough. I mean, it's tough to find them. It's tough to pursue them, and it's definitely tough to sue them. But I mean, there's $1 billion, more than $1 billion, going into India because there's a bunch of people pretending that they're Amazon employees or Microsoft employees or Geek Squad, say, and they scam people. And Amazon, the real company, can do very little to stop them.
And I think, one of the things that used to be the case, and you still see occasionally, is sometimes the scams, it's such poor grammar and the normal reaction. We've had cases like that where, the grammar and the spelling and all kinds of stuff is way off. It sends a bad signal to the people that receive it. But what I constantly say, I've been working in privacy and cyber to some extent since 1996. But what I tell people is that the bad actors, like you said, many are international. Many are in kind of almost like cohorts that practice and target. And the challenge is we all probably get these now. You mentioned Geek Squad or Amazon or Microsoft. My wife even has mentioned lately, she's not on social media at all, barely gets on the internet, but she talks about these emails you see from, it appears to be, it looks like FedEx or UPS, and it says expedited shipment, right? Your package. I've gotten texts in the last few months from what purports to be CitiCard or Chase saying, your card was used for a purchase at Walmart for $180. Dial this number, hit this link, and and what happens is we all have so much computer power. We got these phones and all this technology. And I think, what happens is we all get kind of duped into, or just because we're busy, we're not paying real attention. And again, the bad actors are better and better. At my law firm, we get tested and there's false phishing attacks to see if people respond. The U.S. Postal Service needs you to update your address for delivery, that kind of stuff. But the challenge, like you said, when it gets international, is how the heck do you find these people? And then if you do find them, how do you pinpoint it? So I think there's a challenge there.
Oh, definitely. A huge challenge. And and then even if you do find them, just because they're in a different country, do we really we kind of have to rely on that other country to cooperate, right?
Right. And some don't have an incentive to cooperate, right? Because they may in fact be assisting or abetting the bad conduct. I mean, we've seen this in various China and Russia and other places where it might not be directly tied to the head of state, but it sure as heck is hard to distinguish if it's a state actor or not.
Right.
So, can I approach the bench?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm from the UK, so although we have a similar judicial systems, there are slight differences. But leaving that aside, I was just wondering whether it's easier for the big corporations, the Microsoft, the Amazon, etc., to go after these people with their resources because they are international, rather than someone in the States trying to pursue someone.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, but I think again, one of the things I think that all these big companies probably balance every day, at least in the legal arena, and like you said, the UK is very similar to our court systems. There are some differences, but the challenge is these would be typically criminal prosecutions, and usually the amount at stake or the value of each of these incidents is small enough. But I do think that those larger companies that you mentioned, especially in the tech space, I think that they cooperate with the FBI and try to figure out ways to tackle these folks. But I think it's difficult. And speaking of London, I don't know if you saw, but in the last couple of months, Lloyd's of London has put out some cyber war endorsements that cover and address state actors, and if state actors are involved, things are excluded. There's been debate. I think Lloyd's of London came out and said these are clarifying endorsements and not exactly as the press has portrayed them. But the challenge, and I wrote about this a little bit, the challenge to me is, again, how do you find out if they're state actors? It's not, we're not dealing with a situation like NASCAR or NFL teams or other things where they're sponsors, right? The bad actors aren't wearing shirts that say sponsored by North Korea, or state actor. And so I think that's a difficult thing as well to tackle for all of us.
I would agree. And for the companies, I would say that it's more a reputational risk. But when you look at the balance sheet, the cost involved of prosecuting small groups of criminals, does that justify it? But I would say yes, from a reputational risk, but they obviously balance that, and yes, it is difficult because you are talking, as you said, international jurisdictions and things like that, but there are plenty of in the grey scams, as you're probably aware, where there's a legitimate company based in the US, but as a sideline, they purport to be or do work on behalf of the big companies. I don't know if you see that kind of activity.
I have seen some of that kind of activity. I think, again, there's such a proliferation of actors conducting this kind of conduct that it's kind of like whack-a-mole. I think it's very difficult to do this. You raise issues about reputational risk, and I think from a best practices standpoint, some of these companies, many of these companies have spent significant effort, time, and money trying to enhance their security and privacy, and take steps so that there's not, easily readily available bad actor solutions available. But I think it's a very difficult thing for companies of any size to do. And like I said, I do think there's some companies that on behalf of these other companies are trying to enhance security, come up with solutions so that this stuff stops. But every time I think that we're close to kind of the goal line, it seems like there is just a new wrinkle that's introduced, some other means of bad actors being able to access and do damage to reputations of a lot of companies.
Yeah. I mean, it's I was going to say it's a legal minefield, but you would know that already.
It is. It's like Minesweeper back in the day. I don't know if anybody plays Minesweeper anymore, but when computers first came out, right? It's like uncovering a box and there's the bomb, right? So yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any particular companies that you work for? Or is it just, work with, not for, but like any like Microsoft or Amazon, like any big ones like that you focus on?
Well, our firm, Howard & Howard Attorneys PLLC, is law for business. And, I can't really reveal the clients that we have, but we have a broad range of of clients that we work with. And we do have clients that are in the tech co-location services, software as a service, and other tech companies, as well as companies that rely on a lot of tech. And so we try to help assess and protect them from, on a proactive basis, from these types of reputational damages, as well as on a reactive basis when the proverbial hits the fan from the hackers.
Right. And do you know anything about scam baiting? Like, have you ever watched it on YouTube or seen it before?
I do know a little, and I've listened to some of your shows. They're with the one with the police officer and a couple others before I got on here. And
cool.
Yeah, I think I think it's great because I think you and others are outing these scam artists, right, and putting them on the spot.
Yeah, but there's a lot of controversy because I think what we do is technically illegal, especially if we hack the scammers, and try to get in their systems.
Yep.
I don't think calling them is illegal, although that police man said technically it might be some kind of maybe harassment or something. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not sure. I mean, would the people come out and actually come after you for doing it? Are they going to?
Yeah. Our theory is not, because they're already criminals, so they don't want to. They're not going to file. Come forward to the U.S. to file a harassment charge where they have a whole criminal network going on. Yeah.
So I think I think that's a big issue, because again, if they're going to pursue it, again, most don't wear their names on their T-shirts, right? They're not
right.
They don't. They're not giving an easy thing. So if they're to come forward, I think the issue becomes, do they want to expose themselves and admit to doing what they're doing is like you said already criminal and illegal. And I think this comes up in a lot of situations. I think it comes up in you see it often, right? If someone, for example, someone that's been ripped off by or rips off a drug dealer, right? I mean, is a drug dealer going to press charges for being robbed? Probably not, right? I mean, that's
right.
Just because, again, if they
do,
they got to come forward and say,
sometimes they do.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I robbed the store, man, but that guy just mugged me.
Right.
Yeah.
He took my stuff that I stole it. I stole it from the store, but now he took my bottle of beer. I'm a victim here.
Right. And then, so, I mean, I've taken flack before from some people. I don't really think they know the law. And I don't know if you know the law as far as calling people, like, say, from our country. Like, I should be able to call Petco or one of the major pet companies and talk to them and say, hey, I know that you're giving away baths today, and I need a bath. Can I come in there and take a bath? And then people said what you just did was illegal. How is that illegal? All I'm doing is calling and asking a question. Am I in the right to know that I could keep calling them, asking them if I could get a free bath for myself?
I mean, I don't know the full law in this arena, but again, it seems to me, are you really committing a crime? I don't know. I mean, it seems to me, just from sitting here, that would be a stretch to say, by making a call to ask for something, right? That you've this is not the situation. You're not the law enforcement, and so one of the angles of the police officer is probably the intentional criminal entrapment, right? The famous case years ago was a guy, I think in Nebraska, farmer. I think it was Nebraska, but whatever it was, he kept getting mail before the internet was prevalent for pornographic videos or magazines or something, right? And then eventually he ordered and then got arrested and indicted. And the defense he used was, that I wasn't even interested, but this kept coming, so, that kind of thing, right? I can see, that there you're trying to do this for the purpose of getting somebody to do something criminal and then take an action that, leads to their conviction. So here, I think, my understanding from what you do and others is that you're, trying to portray and publicize what's going on here, right? And for people to be more careful, right, in terms of what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the education part. But it's very difficult when they say they are Microsoft. Hello, this is customer support PayPal, or other brands are available. When they are not, when they're using text now. So we are, or have a bit of a head start from that point of view. So I think it's fair game to make calls to highlight. And by publishing it on YouTube, providing we follow their terms of service, I think we're in the good.
Yeah,
I think it's defensible. Again, I'm not here to opine on the legalities, but it sounds. I mean, that sounds right to me. And again, right there, like you said, they're portraying themselves as Microsoft. I mean, I get in my personal email accounts, I get Geek Squad constantly. I get Norton Antivirus. I get all these things over and over and over again, right? And then I see, your PayPal has been charged, X amount of money, and then, it's not. But it's again, they're like I said, they're portraying themselves. And again, like I said earlier, back in the day, they were very obviously bad. The images were bad in the emails, right? The bank logo or Amazon was like stretched. Nowadays, again, they're like you said, the technology is great. And I think one of the things that we have a challenge with going forward as well is this whole avatars and speech and all of that. That again, if people can mimic not just political leaders, but again, if you could mimic, the leader of a company, and now you get a phone call that sounds like it's coming from, Bill Gates back in the day, or somebody like that. That's probably going to lead to even more of these types of situations. And like I said, the other thing that I think's becoming more prevalent, we never used to see this happening as much, but we're starting to see text messages. And I'll give you an example. We're a CEO-run law firm, and a couple weeks ago, we all got emails saying that somehow somebody had mimicked or taken over the cell phone for our CEO, and the CEO was again asking for, whatever to be done, right, to some of my colleagues and coworkers, and again, it looks legit, like you said. It seems like it's coming from Microsoft. It's a real problem to me.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So, how do you do a lot of podcasts? What kind of podcasts are you normally on?
I've been doing quite a few podcasts. I do a lot in the law. I have a weekly podcast, the Podium and Panel podcast, and it's probably not as interesting or probably not as broad of an audience as you have. But the Podium and Panel podcast focuses on appellate arguments that are in the Illinois courts, Indiana courts, and the Supreme Court of the United States. I've done that for the past. This is our third year going on. I just taped a podcast last week about lawyers and again business development. I've been on other podcasts as well, but that's my main podcast. And again, probably we're a very niche focus. You know, not many non-lawyers, non-appellate lawyers are listening to the Podium and Panel, but it's been fun.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. So the Podium and Panel, y'all go check it out. Is it on like Apple and all those kind of podcasts?
It's on Apple, Spotify, wherever podcasts can be found, I guess is what the phrase is, right? You know.
Yeah. Awesome. By the way, a little off topic, but did you watch the Daryl Brooks trial? Because I watched the entire thing.
I did not. Was it good?
It was well, it's terribly tragic because he killed 6 people and injured a bunch. But as far as a trial, it was entertaining.
Probably,
I read about it some
for any attorney to watch that idiot try to defend himself, though.
Yeah.
So,
it's interesting. I don't know if you ever saw the video footage of Ted Bundy when he represented himself in Florida.
No.
Have you ever seen that?
I
the serial killer.
That. No, I didn't.
At the end of the trial, you can look it up. It's been on some of the Netflix or Hulu stuff, but there's actual footage. The judge did a strange thing afterwards. He talked very kindly to Ted Bundy about how he's very sad that to have to do this. That Ted Bundy seemed like a very potentially good lawyer and a good man. So it's pretty bizarre when you think it's one of the most bizarre statements from the bench I've seen in my lifetime.
Well, Daryl Brooks would not be a good lawyer. First of all, he can't say any of the words right. He always says substain.
You know, there were several people, I think, on Twitter and on LinkedIn, I think, that were really following the trial, and I watched parts just because there were pieces that people would post that, you know, it was just kind of even for attorneys, the motto is that an attorney who represents himself, you know, has a fool for a client. Right. You know, when you're in serious trouble, whether it's in civil court or criminal court, representing yourself is probably not the best route to go. It just doesn't. It doesn't lead to the administration of justice. Not that the results wouldn't have been the same, but you know, it's tough to do, and you know,
has there ever been anybody who's represented themselves that has been found innocent?
You know, there probably is, but it probably just like in traffic court or other things.
Right. I mean, like in a big case, a big trial. I mean, we've all had parking tickets or traffic tickets we've had to go in there for, but I just mean for like that's on trial for, you know, and you're going to do serious time if you're convicted. I don't think that's ever gone in somebody's favor. They should just look at the history and get a lawyer.
It's very difficult, right? Because again, you know, you don't have the expertise to figure out what to ask for. It's just not a good idea. It's really not. And you know, I can't think of any case where that happened, where somebody, like you said, represented themselves in a significant criminal matter, and the headline was acquittal. You know, not guilty. And the reason I can say that probably is because if there were such a story, that would be the poster child, right? Hey, you don't need a lawyer. Here's proof this guy, you know, represented himself or this lady, and that they were able to more effectively defend, you know, than if they had a public defender or private attorney.
Yeah.
And even though that you specialize in corporate law, I mean, you're definitely more than equipped to handle somebody if they're, you know, if they have a bunch of speeding tickets, I'm sure, right? I mean, is there any?
I mean, I don't do
or is
much
that just too
work,
small
but
for you?
yeah,
Because we have a lot of
my
people
law
from Chicago
firm
that watch our show. We'd like to throw
Yeah.
some business your way. Everybody gets speeding tickets.
Yeah, and there are people that just focus on criminal law, but yeah, for especially one of the things that happens at any size law firm is that friends and family and clients, their kids, their executives, their team, we'll handle that kind of stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So you don't want us to send people to you if they have a speeding ticket, right?
I mean, you can, and if I can't handle it, I've got friends in my network that, again, would do it. A lot of speeding tickets, I think people do themselves, like we talked about. But more serious stuff, like DUIs and stuff. I have a friend that has helped some of my friends and folks that unfortunately, were under the influence when they were behind the wheel. And which is another bitch. If you're drinking, Uber.
Yeah, Uber if you're drinking for sure.
I got a ticket one morning. I was going 75 and a 25. I don't know who put that school there, but all of a sudden the cops just pull me over. I go to work. I worked retail. My first customer of the day, I'm talking to this girl. She's a lawyer, but she's a family court lawyer. But I was explaining my morning to her, and she handled it for me because she knew the DA and she had all these connections. I paid her $200 and I was done.
Yep.
So that's the only reason I brought it up.
Make it happen like that, and
but they should not have had that school there.
Speed
that was
areas,
ridiculous.
I don't know where you're located, but in Chicago, they're putting in more and more by schools and by other zones, and the problem is it's really hard to go 25, even if you're not going 75. I mean, if you're going 35, it is, right? It's hard. It's hard with modern cars to go slow like that.
Well, don't come over here, and especially drive in the City of London, the financial district. They tried to introduce a 15-mile speed limit, but the Department of Transport, the government said no, you couldn't do that because speedometers aren't that accurate.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can get off on that.
You guys drive on the other side of the street. That's the first problem.
They take pictures, and it's very hard to challenge the pictures. Even though sometimes you're not the one that was speeding. Probably it's the other lane. I mean, it's that's a whole other topic, and I just it really burns me when you get something in the mail that says, hey, you were in this zone. There was one zone in Chicago where they didn't have actual signs. It was on the road, kind of. It was by a park, but the park was down a hill, and people get tickets going eastbound, I think, on there. My wife got one once, and again, it's almost impossible to challenge the damn things.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I hate those. My sister-in-law just got one of those. Like, she passed the school bus, and she's like, I had no idea, but apparently they saw it on some camera or something. And it was $250. So
yeah, school buses have these rules, right? That you're not supposed to pass them. And I was in a car once with somebody from a foundation that we were going around and talking to the grantees, and I wasn't really thinking about it. And I went around, and she turned to me and said, you're not supposed to do that, right? I said, what? She said, you can't pass school buses on the left or right. And so like you said, the tickets are pretty extreme,
Yeah, for sure. The other thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chester.
No. After you.
Oh, I was just going to tell you about Chicago. I just read that there's now more rats in Chicago than New York.
That may be. I mean, back at something that whatever people think of the second Mayor Daley, one of the things that he did was beautify the downtown and also really address the rat problem. When I worked downtown in the mid '80s, when I was in high school and college, I worked at restaurants. one on Michigan Avenue, and then one around the corner from Michigan Avenue. And the one restaurant was on the second floor, and there would be rats in there. And then at garbage time, we'd have to run down these dark, damp, nasty stairs, and then go outside, and the rats in the garbage can and in the alley were just like big dogs. And we would at some point we would start bombing. We'd take an empty liquor bottle and put towel in it, light it, and throw it down, and then somebody would run down the stairs as we were bombing. And and then the second restaurant had an outdoor or patio, and again, I would be walking around, and you'd be serving and cleaning tables and stuff on the outdoor seating, and occasionally you'd see rats, kind of at the feet of some of the diners, and you hope that they didn't notice. It was pretty gross, and then it went away for a long time, and now I think it's back. And one of the things I was talking about with some of my friends is, I don't know if it's post-COVID or what, but I've noticed that the streets of Chicago, coming from the train station to my office and just walking in downtown Chicago, much dirtier than they used to be. A lot more trash on the street, and on the sidewalks. And so I don't know what the heck's going on here.
For sure. Well, we only have around 5 minutes left before our Zoom ends. Take, what other questions do you have about how we can make sure we don't get arrested?
Yeah, I always have the attitude, if it's your day, it's your day. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
I do have concerns that even...
Hello? Oh, you cut off, Take. He might be outside. He just uses his phone. He's not at a computer or anything, so he must have lost his signal.
Okay.
Yeah, but is there anything that we can do? Do you have any tips for us on how we can collect the most information from these people that would be the most helpful?
Yeah, I think the more that you can try to figure out who these people are or where they're at, I think, again, you can then hand that off to others that can pursue them. But I think to me, what you're doing is a service. You're putting, you're shining the light. The famous statement that the best disinfectant is sunshine on what's going on. Like I said, I've over the last several years have dealt in a wide variety of different scams and especially with emails, with websites, with spoofing, with these things. And I think, the challenge, like you said, is trying to identify these people. They're not when they register for a URL, when they take over systems, they're very sneaky. And so I think what you guys are doing, like Tate said, take it day by day and be careful. But I think like I said, I think that unlike the police officer, again, I think what he was probably talking about is kind of this entrapment piece that people are worried about, that you've entrapped them. Again, like we talked about earlier, most of these folks are international, and so that for them to try to address this or come after you, I think they'd have to pursue it in the United States, which again, right. Do they want to subject themselves to jurisdiction and face those potential consequences and out themselves, right? I don't think if they went into try to come after you, I don't think they would be able to hide under some umbrella of a sealed, who they are, right? So a secret, John Doe type of plaintiff. I just don't think that would fly. I don't think the courts in the United States would be like, okay, you're pursuing these people for outing you, and yet you want to be protected under cover of fake name.
Do you see, for example, lawyers using cease and desist tactics tactics, writing letters, rather than issuing court cases as a way of scaring us off. I certainly haven't got the resources to involve myself in a huge litigation against me individually. So that's why I'm sort of try to be a bit careful, although I'm not.
Yeah, you raise a good point with cease and desist orders, and again, the brands, the Microsofts of the world, Disneys of the world, any large corporation, they've got a team that will, legitimate companies will issue cease and desist orders if people are using their logo or their name or trying to do things that can be harmful. These bad actors, I guess, they may have lawyers, but again, how are they going to issue a cease and desist order to say that you have to stop calling them or doing things when they're representing themselves as a major XYZ corporation, right? That they're really not. I mean, that's again, it's possible, but yeah, we as lawyers, we use cease and desist letters all the time. If people take trade secrets, if they're doing bad acts that are harmful to the reputation of companies, that's a proactive and aggressive model that we as lawyers use on a regular basis to make sure that folks are not doing damage to our client.
Yeah. Take, are you back?
I don't know how much of my statement was aired. I was kind of on a ramble, but I was just saying that we're protected to a point. Even though we're doing the right thing, sometimes I've seen people that have done the right things against bad people, but the bad people win. That's the only thing that always concerns me with what we're doing.
Right, for sure. Sorry, our first Zoom ran out. I'm just telling him if he has any time to come over to the second Zoom.
But there is a website. He was talking about a website, and it was fake because it was done by .co instead of a .com or something. We talked before about Synergy. The Synergy finance scam, the idiots that call you all day long from a 917 phone number, they have a website up, and it's fake. It's an HTML one page. It's so fake. The number on there doesn't work, and it's Synergy Finance LLC, and it's a fake website. But why is it still up? These people are crooks.
Yeah, I mean, I've reported probably some of the people in chat. We've reported to the host companies, and there are some large ones.
For Synergy?
Not necessarily for Synergy. I don't know the exact details for them, but...
I mean, if you Google Synergy Finance right now, the first one that comes up is synergyfinancellc.com. That's a fake website.
And especially, as Fun Guy said, it's they usually pay for the ad so that it comes up on top. But yeah, even when you contact
work, I'm angry about it. I don't know why it's still up.
Yeah, the web companies are still getting money. They're not interested.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It's just like we have an organisation where we're supposed to report frauds to. We do that, but we never hear anything back from them.
Yeah.
Well, I need to know I'll write them a letter. I mean, I don't understand if we write the Google or whoever a letter and say these are scammers. You know who purchased the website. They're calling people 1,000 times a day, telling them they're going to get money. And CJ, you have the paperwork. I don't think we ever went through the whole bait, but I don't know if it's a gift card scam at the end or how they operate, but it's a total scam.
Yeah.
And they'll call you 100 times a day, every day, from a different 917 number. There's a 917 number as a contact on that website, and the number doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they didn't update it yet to a new number or whatever, but I want that website down. I hate those people.
I'll have a chat with you afterwards, but you need to find out who is hosting that particular website, and that's quite easy to do in most cases, doing a lookup search.
I mean, there's people that are a lot smarter than me, obviously, and I mean, I've looked at the scammer boards, and they talk about the website, and it's like one page HTML. I mean, a kid could have made it.
Yeah, especially if you see the logo of the bottom left, Weebly, or their other companies, GoDaddy and things like that. Some are good and some are bad.
Oh, this one's bad.
Yeah.
So sorry,
but yeah, we'll have a chat with you afterwards.
Yeah, so sorry. We didn't really get to say goodbye to him. The Zoom ran out, and he said that he has a meeting, so maybe we can have him on again, because I know we didn't really get to ask him everything. But really appreciate
we need to ask him what he thinks of Better Call Saul.
Yeah, really appreciate him coming on. It's really super interesting. Like the work that he did, I didn't realize he did that much with cyber crimes when I asked him to come on. I just thought he did some kind of corporate law, so I thought it was interesting. Really appreciate him coming on.
Yeah, he was a cool guy for sure.
Yeah. So
it's been nice to ask him how we can protect ourselves legally.
Yeah, which is just only mess with criminals. I think that was the main point. I mean,
well, that was my point too. That sometimes that's you mess with criminals and you think you're doing the right thing. You still have to know you're taking a risk, because sometimes it doesn't always go in the good person's favor. That's all I was trying to say, I guess.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff, like if you do want to make sure you're fully obeying the law, there's still a lot you can do. Kit Boga is one that says he doesn't reverse and stuff because it's illegal, but having a phone conversation with somebody is not illegal at all. If you're calling them back to back to back, that could, I guess, potentially, we know from when we had the policeman on, that could potentially fall into, harassment, maybe. But if you want to follow the laws, like, to the T, calling someone once, or definitely calling them if they've contacted you, is not illegal. You know?
10 times? I don't know. I lose count. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
And they don't even say goodbye.
And they don't say goodbye. They deserve my abuse, is the way I look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
So if a rule of thumb, I've decided if they say goodbye, they must be legit.
Right.
That could be, actually. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a goodbye. I think it's been a year and a half.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's really funny. Like, I recently had some, people that hack the scammers get on me about, airing victim calls. And which airing a victim call is not illegal, especially if you don't give any identifying information. But let's say it is. You're a hacker, for crying out loud. Who are you to talk? So, just saying, if you're listening.
I think it's an interesting point. Our activities may not, or may be legal, but they breach the social media platforms' terms of service. And that's how people like Hatch puts down the scammers for him, because they breach the terms of service. Yeah, very legal as well. But that seems to be more effective in shutting these people down because it's effort in them trying to reset everything again. I mean, it's easy. Well, we all know it's easy enough to get a text now number. Maybe they should tighten that side up as well.
Although it's getting harder.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
When I was watching Hatch's stream, he was very careful in that he was baiting the scammer, and you know that it's a fake website, but rather than just report it and then have to wait, he baits them, and the person's telling them that you're going to get $3,000 a week, but you just need to give me $20 now. As soon as they ask for the money, they broke the terms of service because you're not allowed to solicit money, I guess. And then it's boom, they're down. That's one for the show, and then he moves on to the next one. It's amazing. I don't have his link, obviously, but since you mentioned him, just everyone go watch Hatch on Twitch. Shut these online scammers down. It's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot what I was going to say, but it was definitely not as interesting as that, so it's all good.
Well, that was just a statement. I mean, I was just, I was so shocked the other night because it was so fun in his stream. Not that I didn't expect it to, but it was just great. Watching him get an account and shut it down was just amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's like results, we all want to shut scammers down and get accounts and this thing, but it keeps going. But right there is concrete. Like, he that scammer, I'm sure they'll get another page and go on. But for that moment, it was a great victory.
Yep, for sure.
And it's over 2,000. I posted Hatch's link in chat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so this scammer, sorry, Chester, this scammer's calling me, so I was going to take a chance to talk to him right quick before we have to go, because I have to go on time. I have to go take my car to get the oil changed and stuff like that. But
I was supposed to do that like 6 months ago. You just reminded me.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I don't want to talk to this guy, because I'm going to try to bait him later, because I'm in the middle of baiting him.
What kind of scammer is he?
He's a Norton scammer.
Oh, good. Okay. I like Norton.
Okay. I need a personal assistant that does everything for me so I have more time to bait, like cooks me food, takes my car to get changed, the oil changed, goes to the store for me.
Peel your grapes, fan you.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone like that will do it for free? Because I don't have any money to spare.
Norton guy will. I'll ask him.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I don't think we'll get that far, but I'll.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey there, Scrambled Eggs. Can you help me with a problem? You're Norton, right?
Where did you get my number, sir?
Oh, it's all over the place. I just Googled Norton.
No, it's not like there.
Oh my goodness. Bahat Shorhe. Kidney Lokhe Baha. How many people are there, Gandu?
Teri maa ki choot.
It's so loud there. Yeah, okay, say hey, Kutia.
Okay, let's try it back one more time. Let's see if he blocked this number.
Why is it a big surprise where we got his number?
Hello.
Good morning, Fish Sticks. We got disconnected. Can you help me with a problem? You're Terry, right? Hello?
Where did
Terry?
you get my name?
You're Terry, right? Yeah, Midanam Raj Patel Hey. Apsa Milka Chalaga. Can you help me with a problem or not?
No, not.
Why not, French toast? What?
You motherfucker.
It is so loud there. I am so sorry to interrupt your Gandu orgy. It is so loud there. How do you even think? Hello. Don't you say goodbye?
He called you an MF.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
He must be a criminal. He didn't say goodbye.
There we go. Give it away. I didn't even get to the point of asking him if he wanted a job of fanning my friend down and feeding her grapes.
Right? Let's try see if he blocked us.
The Text Now subscriber you were trying to reach is not.
Dang.
There's a lot of people there already, though.
Only 2 calls.
Hey, Balaji.
Hey, Balaji.
All right, let me try from a different number. Doing good. How are you, buddy? Let me just make sure I have the right number here because I do want to call back from him later because we're in the middle of a bait. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hello? Stodacan? It's me again. Can you help me?
No.
Oh my goodness, Vaha Bahat Shorhe. It's so loud there. Kidney Lokhe Vaha. There's so many people there. Could you step outside and talk to me privately? Kripia?
We are in Pakistan. Located in Lahore.
Oh, Gandu, we both know that you're not in Pakistan. Why would you say that to me? Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
Tumhara maa ka choot.
Oh, Terry? Oh, aapse milke acha laga. Yeah. Mera naam Dean Michael Myers hai. Aap kaise hai? That's the end of that conversation.
I've got to go. I've just realised what the time is.
Okay, thanks for coming, Chester.
All right, Chester.
See you Thursday.
Yep, see you Thursday.
Absolutely. Stay off that moose rum.
The moose juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and don't forget, like and subscribe. You know it works.
And we'll look for you later today.
Yep. About 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, I'll be looking for you. Thank you so much, Raz. I will be looking for you at 2. I'll be on my way to work, but I'll be looking for you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Later, bro.
Thank you so much, Raz. Really appreciate the super chat. So very, very, very kind of you. Okay, let's try him one more time, and then I have to go for my car.
Okay.
The number you are trying to reach is no longer...
Oh, cute. Hold on. We got to do one more number because he's so cute. Anyone that tries to block us, we just find them so adorable.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey there, tablecloth. It's me again. Aur Akbar. Mujhe maaf karo. I keep hitting the wrong button and we get disconnected. Can we talk now? Tablecloth?
No, he already hung up.
Oh, all right. I'm running out of weird things around my house to call him.
Well,
unless you want to call him back one more time before you go, but
okay, I'll try him one time. But I don't think he's gonna engage us much anyway.
The number you are trying to reach is no longer in service.
No, he's done with us.
Okay.
But that was a lot of fun while it lasted. Hold on, I'm looking for my hold on a second. Hold on. it was super great having Daniel on today. So sorry he got kind of cut off, but really appreciate his time. We know he has, stuff to do other than sit around and talk to us. So really appreciate him being on. Thank you so much to Daniel Ruiz and Raz for the super chat.
Oh, thank you, Di.
Thank you, Di. Thank you so much for the super chats. Let me see if I'm missing any. And BB, thank you so much, BB. I think I missed yours earlier, so sorry. Thank you so much, BB, for the super chat.
BB.
Yeah. And thank you, Di. And thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. The show. We really, really appreciate that. I will be back tomorrow with a premiere at 9 a.m.
Eastern time.
Yep. And Chester will be streaming at 2 p.m. today. And how about you, Take? Any announcements?
I'll be doing nothing.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope you
But I'll be watching you guys tomorrow, and I'll try to catch Chester today. And I don't know how we can contact Daniel, but if anyone needs a lawyer that's in the Chicago area, he does great work.
Yeah, he's at least a nice guy. So
if you're driving 70 miles per hour and somebody just happens to put a school there and you're facing a $500 fine, I'm sure Daniel could help you.
Yep.
For half the price.
Yeah.
Listen to me, I'm trying to help him. I don't even think he probably doesn't want me to. Don't tell Daniel.
Help. Yeah, I probably doesn't need our help, but you're welcome anyway, Daniel. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we will be back on Thursday with Laws.
What about your Twitch stream before you go? Are you going to stream on Twitch?
Tomorrow, I am streaming on Twitch for sure. And Thursday, Laws will be back with us.
Oh, Laz, the return of Laz. Always fun.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the premiere, and tomorrow for Twitch, and Thursday with us. Love you guys.
Later, y'all.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. You have